Alright, welcome back. Let's continue our interrogation with Agent Sheena. I'm just gonna start pressing some things. So you helped with the fire extinguishing effort. I was in charge of the police on the Babalia's side, so help them with their work. Police doing the job of firemen. You really know how to work people. She sure does. That's because she's one awesome woman who knows how to manage. I guess so. She always bringing you a business card or to scroll at the right time. She put everything just before I'm ordered to. That is the definition of a secretary. She seems kind of more capable than Agent Lang, doesn't she? At the very least, she's certainly more capable than you, Detective. Ugh. I kinda had a feeling you were gonna say that. She does just more than a capable secretary, you know. Sheena, tell him what other things you're good at. Alright. She's good at searching, too. Okay. By the second fire, you mean the one that consumed the third floor Babali, correct? Yes, that was when this person was spotted in Babali. Then you were after the same person in the long coat that I was after. There's no proof that this person is really the Yatagarasu, because no one is able to get a good look at the person's face. By the way, how was your team's investigation? When to extinguish the fire, the water was pumped in the third floor via the windows. The majority of the investigators conducted their searches on other floors. Maybe they did, but there is one person who was wandering around lost on the third floor. When the fire was pretty much out, I moved to investigate the third floor. I did that alone. Yes. Heard a scream. So you're in the room next to Mr. Scrochen's office. I already told you I was earlier. As I was examining the Davering room, I heard that girl's shrill scream. Upon hearing her, I immediately ran toward Miss Scrochen's office. Or then you proceeded to arrest her, as I recall. Yes, I did. She was totally innocent, pal. Thought we already cleared that up. Put your sunglasses back on and take them off, because... dramatic effect. I thought I already apologized for my behavior. When the nation detective would be as kind to be as quiet. To agree. Right now is not the time to take issue with that. Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. What I do take issue with is the fact that you didn't see the Yatagarasu, Agent Sheena. The prosecutors of this country are also strange. You didn't say it. You're unable to catch even a glimpse, despite being in the next room. Is that true? I really hate to repeat myself. I'm sorry for inconveniencing you. However, I'm simply much pushed to make sure you're not misremembering something. We don't want you to be accused of lying later on, would we? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Are you calling Sheena's testimony a lie? Agent Lang, I'm talking with Agent Sheena right now. I'd appreciate it if you would interrupt us with I'm not saying that right, and the words just... superfluous? That's it. Superfluous comments. Yes, he's mad about it. I get it. You know, I kind of feel bad for him. I understand his pain at watching one of his subordinates be accused. However, I cannot turn my eyes away from the truth. Lang, am I right? As for you, I think you should be focusing on your doubts on that girl rather than me. And why is that? Because you doubt it exists. You're throwing Kay's words into doubt again. But she does claim to be the Yatagarasu, right? She did try to chase down the Yatagarasu despite being just an average citizen. Actually, she came with the goal of capturing the fake Yatagarasu. That's right, which is why I would never lie about anything related to the Yatagarasu. I suppose you have proof of that somewhere. Not quite, but even without any, I have people who believe in me and that's enough. I see. Kay's testimony was that flaw, but for yours, let's say that I find her testimony to be a bit suspicious. Seems to be a very large flaw in her testimony. Oh, why don't you show it? Okay, very well. So... let's just be like, hey, there's a thing that's wrong with that. Being in the room next to Mr. Scrochen's office is the problem with your testimony. Mr. Prosecutor, I don't see what problem you're talking about at all. Agent Lang, do you recall the secret we discovered about the Bastion office fireplace? Huh? Oh, you mean how it connects to the room next door? What about it? Well, Albast isn't the only country with the secret connecting fireplaces. What? The fireplace in Mr. Crochen's office holds the exact same secret. What? Yatagarasu didn't escape through the door or the window. The secret was through the revolving fireplace wall into the next room over. Now do you see? Yatagarasu would escape to the next room, and the thief would have ran straight into Shina. Meaning that it's impossible for her to have missed Yatagarasu. What is the meaning of this, Miles? Well, would you care to explain to Shina how you managed to completely miss the fleeing Yatagarasu, or shall I? Your claim that you were in the next room over is all a lie all along, wasn't it? Truth is, you were the one who Kay saw in the coat. Training to be the Yatagarasu, and you were the one she chased after. You tried to lose her, you ran into Mrs. Crochen's office and headed for the fireplace. You shed your coat in the next room, leaving it there to emerge as Agent Shina. After that, you came around to place Kay under arrest. That sound about right. If not, seek now wherever hold your peace. How dare you make Kay look like the bad guy when you're the suspicious one, pal? Shina. That laugh. I remember this irritating laugh. I'm getting chills out of my spine. It can't be, but it has to be. Shina, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry. It was so funny that I couldn't help but laugh. Funny, you say? Yes, that you'd accuse me of being Yatagarasu. Prosecutors of this country really are so strange. Do you think you can get away with this just by simply laughing it off? You think I'm taking things too lightly? I think not. I think that prosecutor who is. Look, everything you said earlier is nothing more than a mere speculation. Yatagarasu just fled to the fireplace. Do you have any proof to back up your claim? If you don't, then you haven't proven a thing regarding the Yatagarasu's escape route. The tone of voice you're taking with me right now has certainly changed. That's because it's been a while since I've had this much fun. I think I'd let loose and we have a real battle of wits. Major Manipul to show me the true power of her mind is a great honor. Don't underestimate me. I'm not some foolish broad, you know. I know. That's why I won't hold anything back either as I answer for your question. My question. Here's your proof that the revolving fireplace was used. Is it just... Is it his testimony, or is it just the fireplace again? I'm gonna try his testimony. I'm sorry, but this really your honest answer to my question. Yes, according to Ambassador Palino's testimony, said he was burning some documents in the fireplace with Mr. Crochin. Oh. The ashes of what they burned were left in the fireplace, so they shouldn't have been there. They should have been there. However, when we went to investigate the room, the ashes weren't there. Why is that a problem? Maybe someone cleaned them up. Unfortunately for you, Ambassador Pellegrino said he forgot to. So the question remains, why are the ashes missing? The answer is simple. Yatagarasu went through the fireplace wall. The ashes were pushed from the other room by the wall as well. Moving to the ashes were in Mr. Crochin's office is my proof. And just what is so funny? Ashes proof. Are you even allowed to submit such flaky evidence in court? You still wish to fight us? Of course, why wouldn't I? Let's hear your counter-argument. My counter-argument, huh? This is really just like being in court. Well, to me, we're simply continuing where we left off all those years ago. I have no idea what you're talking about. Doesn't matter whether a crime scene or in court. Let's finish this here and now. I suppose. I've had a lot of fun today, but I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony. Wrap this disturbed case up once and for all. Once and for all, though, there's still lots of things we don't know. But, we'll see. Yeah, Sheena's rebuttal. In my eyes, all the proof that the rotating fireplace was used. But you can't really call that proof as the Yatagarasu used the fireplace, now can you? Now then, who has used the rotating bulb? Show me your answer with real evidence. Remember, we've already finished our very thorough investigation. We found not a single piece of suspicious thing in Mr. Cochran's office. And there you have it, my counter-argument. That's very impressive. You've seen through the fact that I've yet to gather one piece of evidence. What is it, Kay? I haven't heard a peep out of you in quite a while now. If you don't think you can handle it, feel free to leave the rest of it to us. But Okay. Pull yourself together. You're the true heir to the Yatagarasu name, are you not? You want to steal all the truth, then you must never take your eyes off it. Chase, you're running in to catch the truth. You must see through it to the very end. Mr. Edgeworth, you're right. I will see this to the very end. So, you go get her for me, Mr. Edgeworth. With pleasure. Looks like a lack of evidence has left you wide open, doesn't it? Sheena, please, show me you're someone I could trust. Don't worry, this will be the deciding match, you'll see. I'm truly sorry, gentling, but simply I can't allow her to escape me again. Very well then, Agent Sheena, shall we begin? Ready whenever you are. Okay. I feel like this is going to be a trip up of pressing, but let me just take a peek at this evidence. Proof that it was used. The volley fire? Well, that's not useful. I'm gonna press all of this for a bit. Sounds to me like you're saying my explanation is not good enough. I was able to go through the evolving door myself, so that should be proof enough, even for you, pal. Looks like you don't quite understand. By your looks, I can guess that you're not all that learned. Ouch! Talk about rude. You should watch what you say, pal. Sadly, I can't say I disagree with her on that one. But you know what I mean, right? You may have proven that the fireplace was used. You can't call the proof that he used the fireplace. So you want proof that the Yatagarasu was the one who used the fireplace? That's right. Well, do you have any? Can you prove that it wasn't the Yatagarasu who used the fireplace? I don't need to prove anything to you. Oh, objection! Okay, if you could please not steal my line. Sorry, but I just couldn't hold it anymore. Don't fret and leave her to me. All you have to do is sit back and watch. Aha, you may seem to have some wiggle room, but without any evidence it's meaningless. It's possible that the Yatagarasu left fingerprints inside the fireplace. Sorry, but I had the forensics team check that already. All I found were prints belonging to the Investor Palino and Mr. Cochin. Curses. Should have known better than to think the Yatagarasu would have been so careless. There must be some sort of evidence that we still have yet to find. Aha! I take it you have no further objections. Finish the investigation. So Interpol has finished examining the entire Balinese embassy. Yes, investigators weren't allowed into Alabasta are incredibly helpful. They all put in great efforts to search for any sign of the Yatagarasu. And yet, despite all that effort, it appears that they failed to notice the lack of ash in the office fireplace. Furthermore, you were the one who inspected the room next to Mr. Cochin's, correct? I had noticed the ash there in the fireplace of that room, and for that I am sorry. You don't need to apologize, Sheena. As your boss, your mistakes are my mistakes. So let me apologize for you. I'm sorry. You know, maybe this guy's not such a bad guy after all. Apologize for his subordinate everything. What a great boss. I'm saying that I don't do anything for my own sporting needs. No, nothing of the sort, sir. You're someone I really respect, sir. Even if you are a bit too strict sometimes. There's only a problem on your end. Well, way to be super hard on him in response. Am I really too strict on everyone? Anyway, Sheena, you didn't find anything in Mr. Corton's office, right? That's right, we finished an investigation. Not a single suspicious thing. So we didn't find anything. Yes, I said not a suspicious thing. Otherwise, you already know. We did find the Yatagarasu key in the document detailing the smuggling operation. We still haven't found the blade that belongs to the Bubbly's knife handle yet. Ah, you see, Miss Warren to work hard to investigate everything. So there was nothing else to find, alright? Well, Agent Lang's really sticks up for his people. What do you gotta read now? Lindsay says, all my men are brothers, and friends become family. So you see, my people are my family, and their families are my family too. It's a rather large family you have there. As we all know, there is always one black sheep in any family. Although it pains me, Lang will know the black sheep of your family. Do you actually have any proof that Yatagarasu used the fireplace passageway? No, I haven't found any yet. Then what are we going to do? There's no need to worry. Because there is a loophole in Miss Interpol agent's argument that we exploit first. One in charge of Bubby's investigation was not Agent Lang, which means there was Agent Sheena in charge. Although she may have tampered with the evidence. The piece of evidence that we found. There's one thing I do not know, is someone had to try it from us. The paper document. That's true. That's true. That's definitely true. That's not true. Or maybe it is. Maybe that's not what I'm leaning at. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the thing that I'm not... What documents you got there? Anything good? Nope. The note? I mean, there's wire. Is that suspicious? Yes, it is. Wait until you have finished your thorough investigation. Are you absolutely certain that you didn't overlook anything? Well, aren't we full of ourselves standing there insulting Interpol agents? Better be insulting me when you're incompetent, Mr. Prosecutor. I never do that. However, it doesn't change the fact that they did overlook something. I'd like for you to take a look at this length of wire. What exactly is this supposed to mean? Length of wire. So what about it? I'll tell you what. We found this in the Baldy's embassy not long ago. What? We found it wound up inside the grandfather clock inside Mr. Cochin's office. You found that at the scene of Mr. Cochin's murder. This wire wasn't all we found. We found one of the other very important things. There's more. In Mr. Cochin's office, there were signs that someone had burned counterfeit bills there. What in the... Where did the imposter go? That evidence was something you found out through that girl's machine, right? So what if it was? Ah, that's what I thought. Unfortunately for you, recreation made by a machine is hardly concrete proof. Among the ashes you found in the room, did you happen to find any counterfeit bills? No. You see, so there's nothing in that office, nothing you could call evidence anyway. I'm sorry, but I seem to have given you the wrong impression. How so? I don't recall saying that I was presenting the evidence of any sort, but rather I was pointing out that your investigation was incomplete. Now this throws doubt on the purity of your investigation into the Yatagarasu. You still suspect me, I see. Alright then, I asked that you point out what part of my investigation is incomplete. The other internal agents worked under the command of Agent Sheena. It's not possible that the reason the person K was chasing chose the 3rd floor, because that person knows there would be no other agents on that floor. Furthermore, we come to see that Agent Sheena was only pretending to be investigating the Yatagarasu to the point of arresting K. In that case, there is one location no one has yet to inspect. The investigation was incomplete because I failed to inspect the room she was in? Location Agent Sheena is, of course, the room you claim to have examined. Leave the room next to Mr. Scrotchen's office warrants a thorough inspection. And if you do that, I doubt you'll find anything of use to you there. I'll be the one to decide that. Dr. Gumshoe? Yes, sir, I'm on it. I'll be right back and check out the room next to the office. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you really think that Miss Sheena's the Yatagarasu? Yes, my logic is sound, I believe she is. I'm not going to let her get away with ruining the name of the Yatagarasu. Can you prove that she's the Yatagarasu is the question. Check the Gumshoe can find what I'm hoping you will, and I should be able to. Just what are you hoping he'll find? And just say this, I took Gumshoe to do a little experiment for me earlier. An experiment? So the detective has the brains for high science. Wasn't that mentally taxing? I said him use the same escape route as the Yatagarasu. What do you find about doing that? First, it's possible for a person to fit through the revolving wall door. Second, by going through there, his coat is covered in ash and Bubbly's ink. Who cares what his coat is covered in? It's not like it's worth that much anyway. Oh, but it is really worth so little. I believe it's actually quite a meaningful result, given the value of which I'm about to presume. Mr. Edgeworth, I found some things you really need to see, sir. Yeah? What do you got? Oh. So what are these things you found? Some makeup, a coat, and a pair of shoes, sir. You found a coat? You heard that, Mr. Edgeworth? Maybe it's the person I was chasing was wearing. Yes, possibly does exist. Agent Sheena. But this piece of evidence is not in the room when you examined it. Fortunately for you, those aren't suspicious items of any sort. They all belong to me. They were getting in the way, so I stored them in that room. Ah. Thank you for bringing them to me. It saves me a trip. May I have them back now? These items that the detective brought back are incredibly significant. I request that we be allowed to examine them. They're my personal belongings, so you have no right to touch them without my permission. I wish to examine them for the sake of investigation. Do you wish to deny access to them? Agent Ling, let's hear your opinion on this. I say let them look at your stuff, Sheena. Ling! Sheena, let's put it all out in the open. If you're really innocent, then you have nothing to worry about, right? I guess so. Alright, go ahead and examine whatever you'd like. After all, I have nothing to hide. Good, now let's begin. Which of Sheena's belongings are you going to examine, sir? Give me the coat, please. I'll examine the coat. Yes, sir! It appears you managed to stain your coat rather badly. Agent Sheena. The Yatagarasu that case was wearing a coat. I'm beginning to wonder if the stain wasn't created when you went through the fireplace. Ah, no, you have it wrong. The soot probably got on my coat when I was helping the police put out the fire. What about this dark substance around the hem of your coat? Oh, I didn't realize that the hem was that dirty. I'm sure it's just some water I mixed with soot when I was helping with the fire. I don't think so. You couldn't get away with such a transparent lie. Okay, don't lie to us, pal. This is the same pattern of dirt that got on my coat when I went through the fireplace. Your words ring hollow in the absence of evidence, you know. Unless you can prove that the dirt on my coat is from the fireplace, which I can. What? How? You did a great job, Detective Gumshoe. Huh? Me, sir? What did I do? This coat is exactly the piece of evidence I was searching for. I've been hoping to find the coat that the person K saw was wearing. Thanks to you, we proved that going to the fireplace would still be a coat. I don't quite what you're saying, but I'm happy for their praise, sir. All that remains is for us to show what the dark substance on the coat hem is. Oh, and you think you can do that? Of course I can. This is the dark substance, it's the ink. And we can easily determine that it is if we cut out a piece and then burn it. Bubbly's ink! Yes, this is what will prove that the coat went through the fireplace. According to Ambassador Pelino, he burned some fires in the fireplace this morning. He told us about that already, so I don't really see the point in mentioning it again. My point is that he spilled some ink on the back wall of the fireplace at that time. The dark sediments on this coat turned out to be the Bubbly's ink. It would prove that you and this coat went through the revolving fireplace wall. Sort of clipped one of your wings, Yatagarasu, but we're not finished yet. We have no way of proving whether this is bubble ink on the coat head. Oh, but I do, and I intend to show that it is ink in a few seconds. How? How, you ask? Since you don't seem to know, let me allow it to show you. This is how I will prove that the dark sediments on the coat is Bubbly's ink. Burn it! Burn it up! You find out if there is Bubbly's ink by lighting it on fire. That's how you're going to prove that it's Bubbly's ink. Yes, if you could please cut out a section of the dark stained area for me, I'd appreciate it. Because I'll show you here and now what the dark substance is. Sheena, sorry to do this, but I'm going to cut this bit off your coat. Go ahead, I wasn't planning to wear it anymore anyway. So then, if someone could please loan me a lighter or something. Oh, I got some matches. I always carry them with me so I can light smoke bombs. Now, could you please have one, okay? We can get this turned underway. The flame. It's the same color as the flame's wet crystal that produces, which means... Bubbly's ink is a product of wet crystal oil. When we let the ink chooses the green flame. I believe time has come to clip Yatagarasu's other wing. Is she think you're the fake Yatagarasu? The one who killed my father. It's about time you came clean, Sheena, or should I say... Callisto, you. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, you're not serious, are you? You look the joking type to you. Callisto, you have never heard that name before in my life. This manner of speaking and that attitude, you haven't changed a bit in 7 years. You're the defense attorney that killed Mr. Faraday and then tried to frame me for it. Oh really? And then you have proof. You insist that I am this Callisto you woman, but you can't prove it. If you have no proof, then I'm afraid you won't be able to lay a single finger on me. The raven is a very unique bird, one that flies by the darkness of night. However, the light of dawn has arrived and will reveal your true ugly form to the world. Enough poetry. I want to see some evidence. Do you have something that can prove that she is Callisto you? I do. It's something that the Yatagarasu has preserved for us these last 7 years. Do me the honor, Mr. Edgeworth. I will, okay. We've finally come to the end. Prove there would be Callisto you with this, and clip it, swings for good. Just a quick glance at all this. The perfume? The perfume. No. Maybe. This perfume will prove me to be the Callisto you. It will! He has worded it perfectly for us, so they remember this bottle. It's belonged to Miss Yu just disappeared 7 years ago. Naturally, this means that a few of her fingerprints are on her as well. This is that bottle of perfume you spilled, which I've preserved ever since. I heard it from my father, Brian Faraday, that it was stored under the right conditions. A fingerprint can be reserved for decades, which means that your fingerprints are still on here, every last one. We can clear everything up if we were to compare the prints on this to yours. Now come in, Sheena, will you submit yourself to a fingerprint test? It looks like you've seen right through me yet again. You're sitting the biggest chip on my spine, Edgeworth. Callisto, you. So you've shown your true face at last. This feeling of thrill, it's greater than that time 7 years ago. Sheena, you're... Like, I really enjoyed our days together. You're an insanely strong, nice kind-hearted idiot of a man. You're a spy all along. I'm all sent by the smuggling ring I've been chasing after. Someone who has been feeding the Mantel and Interpol all this time. Very good. Maybe I'm not as big of an idiot as I thought. Callisto, you, the one who killed my father 7 years ago. You're her, aren't you? The fake Yatagarasu. That's right, Callisto, you, just one of my many names. But surely it's just a facade. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Great Thief Yatagarasu. Please still you, this time you won't escape, for this is the end of the road for you. Now come along quietly. Now you're the one who left the strongest impression on me, Kay Faraday. You'd not used the Yatagarasu gadgets, I might have never known who you were. But here you are being a thorn in my side, just like your father always was. Okay, don't. You will never forgive you for what you did to my father. You really are just like him. So Faraday, too, is just laughable honesty. Why, Kay? We told you not. She has a gun still. Kay. You let Kay go right now, pal. You despicable. Let go of me, you filthy. You think I'm a fake, don't you? Unfortunately for you, I'm the real Yatagarasu. That's impossible. My father was the one who created Little Thief. Hey, Edgeworth. Yatagarasu has 3 legs. Do you know why that is? Why it has 3 legs? There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu always one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows how exactly to summon the security system. No, it can't be. You finally figured it out. How do you know the real identity of the Yatagarasu? The real identity of the Yatagarasu is... neither of them. The identity of the Yatagarasu is neither Brian Fay nor Callisto Yu. By the same token, they also both the real Yatagarasu. How very perceptive of you. No way! A single person known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu never existed. Mr. Edgeworth, No! I refuse to believe this. The Yatagarasu is known to have 3 special skills. Skill number 1. The Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. A lawyer would have the opportunity to learn the layout of client corporations. Skill number 2. The Yatagarasu always know exactly how to disarm the security system. A good prosecutor would be well versed in the way of a criminal. And skill number 3. The Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever. Detective Ed. It's only natural for the Yatagarasu to never leave evidence behind. As the lead detective on the case, hid it all away. You're the 3rd member of the Yatagarasu. I'm looking for you a long time. 7 long years, but I finally got you. Why, Mr. Ed, long time no see. What happened to us? We were such a great team. You were such a great team. Why did you kill my father 7 years ago? Why indeed? Nothing personal, really. You're just another person I had to kill. How could you say that? Go weary of this. It's about time for everything to come to an end. This time I won't miss. Stop! You... Okay. It's over, Sheena. Your leg. Injured leg. Ugh. You idiot! What were you thinking jumping in front of my gun like that? What do you risk your life for? I'm sorry, Detective Ed, but no matter what sort of past she may have had, or even if she is a spy, it doesn't change the fact that she's my subordinate. Whatever she is, I can't allow any harm to come to her, not even from you. You really are an idiot, you know that. Ha! That's fine with me. You should know by now, that's just how I am. Hey sis. Yes? Why do you conduct a full body search? Sheena might have another weapon on her. Alright. I'd like to come to your assistance, please. Sir? Hey, I found something. What is this, sir? Looks like the blade of a knife, but it doesn't have a handle. This is a great find, Detective. Huh? It is, sir. I try pairing this blade with this handle.
Take that!
I believe this blade actually belongs to the handle that was on the murder weapon. Hey, they fit together perfectly. This blade must have been taken from the crime scene when the knife handles were switched. I'm gonna go return this Bubbly's knife now. Alright. I trust that you'll make sure it's returned to the Ambassador Palladino. Best to use knife handle given to Detective Gumshoe. Please make it perfectly clear who did it. Please still you. The only time the handles could have been switched is just after Mr. Cochin's murder. Which means you must be Mr. Cochin's killer. You killed Mr. Cochin with that Lebastian knife. Switched the handles and took the original blade of the Babalese knife with you. Later you allowed yourself to be spotted by Kier by the open air stage. Used the fireplace to lose her, and then you went back to accuse her of the murder. That about sum it up. Hey! You're not allowed to object. You've crept in a crazy tale, Edgeworth, but there are two problems with it. Problems? In what respect? What do you think my real reason was in allowing her to chase after me? It was also I could capture Kay Faraday. What? I was still using that device at Gateway, and I knew right away that you were Brian Faraday's daughter. I became curious, so I researched a little into your background. That's how I found out that you were on the trail of the Yatagarasu. So that's why you tried to pin Mr. Cochin's murder on me. Yes, I knew you would show up at this embassy tonight. I thought to use you, but your pinning the murder on you wasn't my only goal. We had another. Yes, once I had you under arrest, I planned to search you and take back the device rightly belongs to me, the true Yatagarasu. You were going to take a little thief away from me. 7 years ago, I was thinking that device that Faraday was able to infiltrate this place. He stole more than he should have. I had a tough time recovering that precious key. And the person who stole the Yatagarazu's key was Mr. Faraday. You, that incident 7 years ago. What was the cause behind it? You used a smuggling ring, Yatagarasu was becoming a bit of a problem. It wasn't especially a pleasant assignment. Then why? Why did you become a member of the Yatagarasu? Why? There's no why. I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. From the beginning? What is that supposed to mean? The person I take orders from hasn't changed, even now to this day. Does this mean the leader of the smuggling ring wasn't Mr. Cochin? Then the real ringleader is still out there pulling the strings. You're done asking what you need to know, because if so, we should probably get going. You're gonna tell me everything you did tonight. You understand, Sheena? I guess I should tell you then. I was going to set the top of these embassy on fire. Why did you do that? I was supposed to destroy all the evidence of the counterfeit bills. That was what smuggling ring was trying to do. Then why start 2 fires? Sorry, I can't tell you anything about the ring. It's your job to complete your investigation, after all. I had my fun. Now it's your turn to enjoy the ride. Wait, I mean, Miss Sheena. Yes? I fell to the floor earlier. These fell at my feet. What about them? Such pretty hair sticks that I thought I should return them to you. Ha! You can have them. They're of no use to me anymore. If you don't want them, you can always just throw them away. No, I want to keep them. Suit yourself. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot Edgeworth. But the second problem I had with your story. I didn't kill anyone tonight. What? I'm not saying that as a sore loser. Think of it as a hint, if you will. Mr. Prosecutor? Yes, Agent Lang? In words, I'm not done here, and I'll be back. It's got nothing to do with duty or anything, because this has become my personal case. I may have been shot, but I'll show you just how dangerous a wounded wolf can be. Anger appears to have negated the sensation of pain in his injured leg. It's finally over, Kay. I feel like I put it into her heart a little, you know? And it's cold and dark, incredibly lonely. Kay was giving her all these commands. No one who thought my father was a problem to be removed. That person is the real ringleader behind the smuggling ring. Mr. Edgeworth, I have a favor to ask. Can you hold one of these hair sticks for me? They're really pretty, just like the ones that we're selling for the Jam Ninja show. But until this case is over, I don't think I can look at them without being overcome. I understand. I'll take good care of them for you. There's a bit of soil stuck on the end of these sticks. Oh, I guess it's that time already, huh? So it's midnight. The dawn of another day. Hey, Pops, think a bunch. You've really done a lot for everyone these years. Get to bed. Don't tell me today is the day. Yeah, it is. With this, I can retire in peace. It was done to the wire, and we almost didn't make it. We did make it. We solved everything. That's just it. We haven't solved everything yet. The ringleader of the smuggling ring, you, the Yatagarasu, were chasing after. Legend that Yatagarasu is now over. Mr. Edgeworth, that bit of logic earlier was brilliant. I feel like I can leave it all in your hands. I'm counting on you. Is it really true, Uncle Bad? Were you also part of the Yatagarasu? As I said to you earlier, Kay, I'm truly sorry. I wanted nothing but a peaceful life for you. Uncle Bad, hey, don't take it real seriously. It's just some big joke, right? Unfortunately, it isn't. Oh, come on, sir. She just didn't get my change. Mr. Edgeworth? Detective Bad. Wait, no, you're no longer detective. Mr. Bad, I'd like to ask you about the Yatagarasu. Oh, you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, here, I should give you this back to you. These are pages from my case files Yatagarasu stole from my office. Oh, wait, what? It's Edgeworth. I must apologize for last night. Yatagarasu stole in my room was you, was it? Wait, then that means... What? Tell me it's not true. That's too insane for me to believe, sir. It's true, even if not something you want to hear. KG8 incident was a very emotional, trying case. We stood in that courtroom, Faraday as the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. Faraday had evidence in his possession that would prove the defendant was guilty. However, because it was stolen, the defendant was found innocent. He was the older sister of the victim in that case. When the defendant was pronounced not guilty, she let out a great wail. That's when we realized there was no limit to what the law could do. The way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. That's how we formed the Yatagarasu. About to bring them to light any dirty dealings companies had with the ring, including companies that dealt with the Hermano Group, Mr. Hermano's conglomerate. We call ourselves the Yatagarasu and flex our collective muscle. We expose all sorts of shady dealings as a warning to the business world as a whole. By doing that, we were able to stop the higher-ups from covering things up. And then it was finally time. It arrived at the moment when we found out the ringleader's true identity. It was that when you literally stabbed us in the heart, and Faraday, he died for it. But why? Wasn't she the sister of the victim in the KG8 incident? After Faraday's death, I looked into her past. That's when I found out she was a phony. Victim of the KG8 incident, CCU. She never had a sister. What? Then that means... Shino wasn't the only fake name she used. Callisto was also another pseudonym. At the very beginning, the woman was a spy sent by the smuggling ring. She said herself, I was destined to betray everyone from the very beginning. Anyway, let's return to the real topic at hand. Mr. Edgeworth, this trump card that we stuck onto his page of the case file. Please use it wisely. Trump card. That photo we stuck on there, try peeling it off. Behind it slumbers a piece of evidence that Faraday hid away all those years ago. It's the mark of the Yatagarasu, but why? This is a directives card from the big boss. Take a look at the back. It's something Kochin had on at the time of the KG8 incident 10 years ago. That blood is from the victim in the incident, Zisiu. Why is the card adorned with the mark of the Yatagarasu? The reason why we called ourselves Yatagarasu was because of the three-legged raven mark the smuggling ring's boss used. Apparently orders from the boss would come on these cards without fail. The person who received the order is supposed to burn it immediately after reading it. And apparently it burns a bright green flame when it's set ablaze. To mean the cards were written in Bubbly's ink. In fact, the card Kochin was sent made it into Faraday's hand at all. Nothing short of a miracle. We decided that whenever we stole anything, we would send a card along with it to the police. That's what those white cards are for. Great Thief used that mark. Only those within the ring would know. It was our message to the ringleader. We were only a few steps behind. One more thing. Detective Gumshoe. I'm trusting this to you. What is this, sir? This is what I was talking about earlier. In the KG incident trial, Faraday had this in his possession. This important, definitive piece of evidence. I thought it was stolen. How do you have it? The person who stole it from us 10 years ago was a man by the name of Ernest Hermano. He had it locked and hidden away for all this time. But we forced him to tell us where it was, finally, after the other day's kidnapping case. This video... Well, don't come any closer, I'm warning you! This is the same video as Mr. Portman was trying to conceal from me. Yeah, but it seemed that even he was caught up in the ring's web. Mine was preparing to take on the boss someday. The video was his insurance. That's where that prosecutor comes in. He was to receive the video. On top of that, he was apparently instructed to sneak into your office. and steal the trump card. You saw it for yourself, right? The card that told him to preserve the evidence. Then that card was not a calling card of the Yatagarasu, but rather a directives card from the ringleader to Mr. Portsman. The two pieces together make for a strong weapon in whoever holds them. The evidence Mr. Portman's thought they were told from me. The one that you stole from my office last night. Both pieces are illegal, and for me to use either one is... Whether you use them or not is up to you. But they will be of help to you when you take on someone who is above the law. Is the boss one of those who cannot be brought to court that Mr. Faraday spoke of? Mr. Bad, there's no limit to the law, for it is the people who have turned the limits to them. You still insist that even now, you really are something else. Leave the rest in your hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, the handcuffs. Time to lock up the last remaining member of the Yatagarasu. Pops, you'll never lose your respective spirit. Pops, why is this happening? This isn't justice. Like I always told you, do not get emotionally involved. Now let's go. Yes, sir. Is this really the end of a legend? To be continued. Well, well, well. I saw no really good place to end this, so this is just a really long episode. And as such, you know, we're kind of at a point where, like, all this came in one, so it had to be included in one, because that's just how it goes, you know. Anyway, this case isn't over, because you apparently didn't kill anybody today. If she can be believed. But how that works with everything else, I don't know. At this point. Anyway, next time when we come back, we'll continue this case somehow. Now that many things have been revealed, and many people are gone from this case at this point. Yes, so until then.